Okay, good morning class 8. This is your part 5 video from exercise 13.3, that is basics of quadrilateral. And now today we start from question number 7, because in last video, that is part 4 video, we did question number up to 6. So today it's time for question number 7. The sum of two opposite angles of a parallelogram is 300 degree. Find out the measures of other two angles. Okay, so the sum of two opposite angle of a parallelogram is 300. So first of all, you draw a parallelogram. Okay, the sum of opposite angles of a parallelogram, that means sum of this angle is 300 given. Find out the other two angles are equal. Suppose ABCD. Question given that sum of B plus angle D is equals to 300. This one is given. Okay, this portion is given. Let angle ABX. Clear? If angle A is X, then angle C is also X. Angle C is also X. Why? Because we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, that means this one is X, and we know that sum of all interior angle of a parallelogram, either it is quadrilateral, whatever quadrilateral, all four sides figure, the sum of all interior angle of a quadrilateral is 360. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D equals to 360 degree. So A is X, C is X, and sum of B and D is 300. So 300 equals to 360. So x 2x plus 300 equals to 360. 2x equals to 360 minus 300. 2x equals to 60. Therefore x equals to 60 upon 2, that is 30. Okay, so other two angles is 30 degrees. That means angle A equals to 30 degree and angle C equals to 30 degree. Okay, note. Now time for question number 8. Two opposite angles of a parallelogram. Question number 8. Two opposite angles of a parallelogram are 3x plus 4 and 5x minus 2. Find the measures of all the angles of the parallelogram. Okay, so question is given two opposite angles of a parallelogram are, suppose first of all we draw parallelogram. Two opposite angles of a parallelogram. That means suppose this one is given 3x plus 4 and this one is given 5x minus 2. Find the measure of all the angles. Okay, so first of all, these two opposite angles, that means we know that angle B equals to angle D. Opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. So in B, 3x plus 4 and D, 5x minus 2. Okay, so 3x minus 5x minus 2 plus 4, it's minus 4, so it's minus 2x minus 6, x equals to 6 upon 2, that is 3. So we get the value of x is 3. Okay, so the value of angle B is 3x plus 4, that means 3 in place of x we write down 3 plus 4, 3 3 is 9 plus 4 is 13. Now time for angle D also calculation. 5x minus 2, 5 into 3, in place of x we write down 3 minus 2, 15 minus 2, 13. Angle B, angle D is 13 13 because we know that opposite angles are equal. Now time for A and C. So we know that angle A plus B equals to 180 degree. Sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. We write down the reason. Sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. So in place of A we write down A, in place of B we write down 13 equals to 180 degree. So therefore angle A equals to 180 minus 13, that is 167. Clear? So angle A is 167. If angle A is 167, that means what? If angle A is 167, then angle C is also 167, because we know that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So angle A equals to angle C equals to 167. Reason, opposite angles are equal. Okay, note. Question number 9. In question number 9, ABCD is a parallelogram and E is the midpoint of BC as shown in the figure. In the figure, the side DC is extended such that it meets AE when extended at F. Prove that DF equals to 2DC. Okay, and figure is given. Prove that DF is equals to 2DC. Okay, so first of all you check it out. Given E is the midpoint of BC, E is the midpoint of BC, that means BE equals to EC, because midpoint, that will divide the line into two equal parts. Okay, first of all taking these two triangle, in triangle ABE and triangle CEF. Okay, so we know that this angle is equals to this angle, See, Z figure is, and we know that alternate interior angles are equal. So we write down angle BAE is equals to angle CFE. Alternate interior angles are equal. Okay. Again you see, this equal to this equal, vertically opposite angles are equal. So angle BEA equals to angle CEF. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay. And now you see that these sides are equal. These sides, because given BE equals to CE. This one is equal. Okay. Clear? If this whole part is equal, that means these two triangles are congruent. Okay. The E is the midpoint. Triangle ABE congruent to triangle CEF by angle side. Okay, this is totally new for you because this is the chapter of the class 9. Remember that. Okay, this is the chapter of the class 9. Okay, two triangle congruency. You just sit angle side, that means by angle side you just prove out this is your congruent triangle. Okay, so we know that because this portion is equal, that means this CF equals to AB by CP/CT. Congruent part of the congruency triangles are equal. Okay, congruent part of congruence triangle are equal. That means this one equals to this one. AB equals to CF. Okay, and question is given, find DF equals to 2DC. So you see that proof DF, D to F. Okay, that means if you add here, okay, you see first of all CF is given, that means DC, CF, AB, AB is here, DC is again you write. So both the terms, that means both side we add DC DC. लिख सकते हम लोग, both side adding DC both side. So when we add DC both side, so DC plus CF, it's what? It's DF, and here is DC and AB. In place of AB you write down DC because you know that parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So DC plus DC. DC, DC, AB. In place of AB you write down again DC because you know that opposite sides are equal. So there is DF equals to 2DC. Proved. It is complicated little bit, but no need to worry. First of all, you prove these two triangles are congruent. Actually this is a part of the class 9, that how to prove the two triangles are congruent. So you learn just only this function is by we just proving this angle congruent by angle side. So this angle interior angles are equal, this one vertically opposite, and this one is given that this midpoint sides are, that means this side equal because E is the midpoint of these sides. Okay, so by angle side and angle side, this is one congruent. We know that when two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are also equal. That means if those two triangles are equal, their opposite part this one, their opposite side this one, that means opposite this one is AB equals to CD. So we write down therefore CF, this portion is equals to this portion, CF equals to AB. Okay, so we know that CF equals to AB, just we write down add both side DC DC. When we add DC plus CF is getting DF. Okay, and here DC, but in place of AB again we write DC because you know that value of AB and DC is equal, so DF equals to 2DC. Okay, note. Okay, learn some features for next exercise, that is 13.4 rectangle features. Number 1, opposite sides are equal, length of diagonals are equal. Okay, and diagonals bisect each other. See, this is your rectangle. Opposite, this side is equals to this side and this side equals to this side. Okay, first one clear. Length of diagonals are equal, that means this is the diagonal, the length of diagonals are equal, so AC is equals to BD. This diagonal is equals to this side. Okay, diagonals bisect each other, that means diagonals bisect each other, that means what? Suppose this is 10, that means this one divided 5. Suppose this is 16, this one divide 8, oh sorry 15. Okay, this one also 5. Length of the diagonals are equal, this one 10, so this one is also 10, bisect, that means this one 5, this one is also 5. Okay, so this is getting. Now write the features of rhombus. All sides are equal. Okay, number 2, diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. This is rhombus. All sides of rhombus are equals and diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. Okay, here is 90 is formed. Clear. Square features. All sides are equal. Okay, diagonals are equal. Diagonals bisect each other. Okay, learn these features are very important for the next exercise.